Alright, let's look at the homework 2.1, problem number 5. Alright, so we want to find an equation of the tangent line to this given function here. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, so we need to find the derivative. So we want to find the derivative using the definition here. So f prime of x is equal to limit as delta x approaches 0. Right, now we have to put f of x plus delta x. So here's the formula. So we need to replace x by x plus delta x. So square root of x plus delta x, and then you have a plus 8. Minus f of x is just the formula of the function, so I'm just going to copy that, square root of x plus 8, then divide by delta x. Alright, then you can see that denominator, of course, approaches 0 as delta x approaches 0. And you have this guy's approaches 0, so you have a square root of x plus 8 minus square root of x plus 8. So you can see that the numerator also approaches 0. Right? So we need to use the trick. So we're going to multiply top and bottom by square root of x plus delta x plus 8 plus square root of x plus 8. And you're going to have to do exactly the same thing to the numerator so that we don't change the quantity. All right, so we just put that on the bottom as well. All right, then if you multiply out, you're going to get this. We have a limit as delta x approaches 0. All right, so you have a minus b times a plus b, so it's going to be a squared, which is going to give you x plus delta x plus 8 minus b squared is going to be x plus 8. Right? On the denominator, you can't really do much, so I'm going to just put delta x, then times square root of x plus delta x plus 8 plus square root of x plus 8. Right? Then we can cancel here x minus x, 8 minus 8. And then you have only a delta x left on top. So we can cancel delta x here and delta x there. You get 1 left over. Right? Then delta x is going to 0, so this guy approaches 0. Basically, that guy disappears. So therefore, what's left is 1 on top over. So you have square root of x plus 8 plus another square root of x plus 8. So you have 2 of those. So 2 square root of x plus 8. All right, so that's the derivative. All right, now we want to find a couple things. First one is that doesn't require any work. The point x1 comma y1 is a given point, so 8 comma 4. And 2, we need to find the slope m. But slope m can be found by looking at the derivative and plug in the x1 value. So in this case, 8. Right? So this is going to be 1 over 2 times square root of, right? So plug in 8 here. 8 plus 8 is 16. So square root of 16 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So you have a 1/8. All right? So we got that. By point slope form, we have y minus y1, which is 4, is equal to, slope is 1 over 8 times quantity x minus x1, which is 8 there. Right? I'm going to actually distribute 1/8 to x and negative 8. we end up getting 1 over 8x minus 1/8 times negative 8 would be negative 1, right? So, and I want to isolate y, so I'm going to add 4 to both sides. So you have y is equal to 1/8 x plus 3, right? So let's type it in. All right, we have 1 over 8 x and minus 3. Let's check the answer. All right, submit for testing. All right, whoops, actually it was plus 3. All right, so let's check again. Sorry about that. All right, I came back and looks like we got this one correctly. All right, so verify your result by using a graphing utility. So let's do that. So bring out the calculator here. All right, so we need to type in. So function is a square root. So it's going to be a square root of x plus 8. Right, so we got that one. And then the tangent line has equation. So I'm going to write it as x over 8, which is same thing as 1 over 8x. And then we're going to add 3 to that. Right? So let's look at the picture. All right, so that's the function, and the red one is the tangent line there. All right, so let's see. So first two is not the correct one, and let's look at the next two. All right, so here, if you compare that with, all right, so not the fourth one, and the third one seems like the right picture here. All right, so let's check the answer. Submit for testing. All right, it came back and looks like we got the graphs correctly as well. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.